You jinxed it.
Of course, everything will break. Anyways, welcome to another exciting episode of Chronicles of Vechaunus. We're going to dive into our Fantasy Age game tonight. I hope you guys enjoy the show and have a little bit of fun. And let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to. Zeri, I turn it over to you. It's your show for the moment because shenanigans will happen.
Shenanigans are going to happen as soon as the session starts, and I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. Yes. Okay, you can switch to the intro music, DJ.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, Chapter 35, Dumb Choices or Secret Brilliance. Reuniting with an old party member, Light's arsenal is at full strength once again as they make their way, finally, to the Charsong Archivists Labyrinth. Meeting Harmony there, the party journeys on with some perhaps not so great decisions in tow.
Stream, I will say that whatever shenanigans happened, I was not responsible for this. This was not my idea.
Where are my components? Where are the saved objects? That's not looking for. There they are. Okay. I was like, no, I know they're here.
I promise this is really not our first time.
Sure.
The suck off sign.
Okay.
Slightly.
We need library music, please. Okay, I'm going to reread what Basax said to me so that I have something to read as I explain what's about to happen. Because yeah. Okay. So, if I remember correctly from the video I watched, it's been a little while, so my brain does not remember quite everything that went down. But anyway, you guys, you reunited, as I said, with Olaf, Cat Up, we're like, yo, bro, it's been a while, and Curiosity was mind blown when he was like, oh my gosh, he was the guy in the cape, and it was pretty great. And then Harmony, after you guys talked for a little while, Harmony's like, hey, I got a thing to do, I'll catch up with you guys come later, because I think you guys wanted to go shopping first, right? And so Harmony you guys went shopping. Harmony went up ahead to get things ready with Embar at the Charsong Archivists, and you guys went shopping. And because I know that it was pressed upon me greatly before the session ended that I can't sell anything to Kylar, we will just say that after you went shopping, you discussed some further things and decided to do some shenanigans before you saw Harmony. So you've gotten past the gnomish guard apprentice, and you are now walking across the little kind of entrance bridge before you get into the entrance way. And you can, as you look up, you look up to the wood, the carved entrance of the actual museum, and you can clearly see the silhouette of Harmony as his black wings kind of are almost unfurled in the doorway. What are you doing as you approach?
Wait, is he just in the museum? I thought he was going to be in Embar's room or whatever.
No, you guys. No, he and Embar are in the museum. You guys are ahead, so it looks like maybe they're coming up to greet you, and you just see Harmony's silhouette, and you assume Embar's silhouette as you're coming up towards the door.
And the door is open.
I mean, it's Yeah, I mean, he's far enough away from you guys that he can't really make out all of you all the way. You just see kind of a silhouette.
Okay.
I'm in the back of the
I
line.
guess I stand behind Gorm then, so that Harmony can't see me. And Gorm helps me prepare as we plan.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
When Harmony walks up and I can hear Harmony's footsteps, then Harmony, all of a sudden you see Curiosity step out from behind.
You hear a loud bang.
Gorm. And he doesn't have a head. He's just headless. He's just wearing his shirt normally, and then there's just no head. But it's not like has a bag or anything.
So
It's
so
just
it doesn't. So there, his head is just kind of. There's a space where his head should be, and there is something like a collar almost around his neck, which is preventing you from seeing like neck bone or something. But he is headless, apparently.
And then I wave really excitedly, and then I accidentally trip and then fall.
You see him just kind of, his body plummets in front of you, headless on the ground, and you see Gorm just kind of standing over him. You see the rest of your party, however, kind of in the back, like looking around with varied expressions all over.
But did you throw the loud bang yet?
Well, to be fair, this isn't exactly how it was supposed to go. I remember us approaching a closed door and opening a closed door, but
That's what I thought.
I'm waiting for my cue.
there is no queue anymore. Everything is...
No, you did. You said there was a large bang.
I'm doing it now. I run in and I draw my sword out of my sheath, and I shout, "Behold, it is I, Olav Brun, the harbinger of the giant of the deep. He's coming for you, Light's Arsenal. Despair!" And then I start waving my sword around at everyone menacingly.
I'm confused. Why is he dead?
And then I go and I start chasing. I go chase Gorm with my sword.
Yeah, so Curiosity's laying on the ground right now?
Headless. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, like, walk over. I'm like, this is an invisibility spell. So I'm just gonna, like, kick where his head should be.
Okay.
That's very kind
You
of
kick
you.
where his head should hit. You kick where his head should be.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Gorm just looks confused.
It's a 9. Terrible roll. I object to everything.
Okay, it's a 9.
Hmm.
You kick your leg towards the head, and you aim correctly, but your foot just goes right through where the headspace should be, and it catches you off guard because you expected an impact, and you just barely catch yourself from slipping as you just hit air where his head should be.
Well, I wasn't kicking hard. I was just, like, tap kicking.
Well, yeah, but you didn't really. You thought you'd impact, and you don't impact anything.
Yeah, you just gotta look at
I
your...
am confused. Should we get a medic?
Oh, yeah, Gorm is very convincing over here.
I mean, to be fair, he is actually confused. This was not the plan.
How is this different than what the plan was?
There was supposed to be a closed door in the room, and we were supposed to go in there, and positioning is all wrong. And
Well, that's not gone well.
Standing there. He's just like...
Okay, I sit up and I take a bag off my head. I'm like, wow, it's really stuffy in that bag. Oh, hey, Harmony.
Curiosity very sheepishly takes off and gives you this kind of look like, ha as he's holding what looks to be an empty bag to his side.
Can I roll arcane lore? Because I think I know what this is.
Sure.
I think that's...
Sure. I'll let you roll arcane lore.
That is a 13.
Oh yeah, that's
With
plenty.
the die.
Yeah, given what you're seeing, you start putting the pieces together, looking between Winter, especially Winter and Aretheus' faces, and then what you know, you're pretty sure what Curiosity is holding is a bag of holding.
I thought. Yeah, maybe we should stuff your whole body in it next time, so that way, you can't stumble and trip and fall and hurt yourself with your stupidity. Alright, we're moving on. Alright, let's go. We got things to do today,
Isn't this
people.
really cool, Harmony? It's a bag holding. It's really cool. We got it from Tila because we went to her shop, so we could do some shopping.
Gorm grabs the bag of holding, he gives it and show it off.
I put my sword away with a frown on my face and say, never mind. That was supposed to be really funny, but it wasn't.
Yeah, when you left the room.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you guys are going for.
The plan fell apart when you left the room, so...
Meantime, Embar's been standing there the whole time.
So the chosen one just lost his head and walked in.
Hello, Ember. How are you doing today?
I'm doing quite well. If you are all ready to begin, Harmony and I have filled out the requisite paperwork. We can begin our journey to the labyrinth to recover the journal.
That's great. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
Right for it.
Doesn't seem relevant, but sure.
Tila said that you might be a gear. Is that true?
That was fairly obvious.
Oh, okay. Cool. I've never met a gear before. Okay, carry on. Let's go find the journal now.
That sounds wise, yes. It will take us quite a while to make it through. There are things that need to be disarmed, but hopefully it should go out without a hitch. Just don't touch anything unless they tell you to touch something. It's meant for, thieves to get trapped in. So just don't touch anything. Unless they tell you to touch it, don't touch it. It'll be bad. I mean, unless you...
Well, that would be easy for me and Harmony, but I don't see how everyone else is going to avoid touching the ground.
Let's just go.
What the fuck got myself in?
And Gorm just walks off in some direction.
Alright, yeah.
As everyone kind of gives Curiosity that sort of pained, man, he's that guy in our party look, and keep walking.
So, Embar's gonna be like, I'm not sure if you were actually joking or if you were completely serious, and I'm not sure which one annoys me more.
You were serious.
That's what I was leaning towards as well. And honestly, that worries me quite a bit. Because I'm giving you this great journal, and it seems like you're a complete idiot.
Ow!
Quite the scathing review.
Curiosity just pretends like he didn't hear that. He's like, oh, I have to clean my wing feather over here. Like, well, what's going on over here?
Maybe you should make a coffee first.
Your father entrusted me with a journal. He was quite a remarkable gloamling, and you just, I don't know, I thought first time we talked you seemed intelligent, but you come in here acting totally ridiculous, and then you just completely miss obvious comment. I just don't even, who is this person?
Have you ever heard of the phrase, curiosity killed the cat?
What? Why would I
So
kill a cat? That's a terrible
So that's
phrase.
Sophos. Like, you see Sophos stands up, and he gives Gorm this sort of like, how dare you look.
Well, I guess if you die in the labyrinth because you're dumb, that'll just prove that you weren't ready to have the book. Moving on. Let's go. Just don't touch anything unless I tell you to touch it. Obviously, I was not talking about the floor. I cannot fly. Okay? Obvious.
Oh, so does that mean there are no traps on the ground? The ground is safe to touch?
Obvious. Not everywhere on the ground is safe to touch, but we're going to disable things.
Well, there you go.
We're going
That's
to
what I
walk
was
where
saying.
walk, and
You should
don't
only
touch
touch the
anything you don't
ground
touch.
exactly where you say it's safe to touch the ground. But it's safer just to fly.
Harmony, do you mind
You're-
if I
you're-
gag curiosity?
You're only holding up your own adventure.
Do you mind if I gag curiosity, Harmony?
Yeah. That's not. So that way we know what stupid
I
things he's
won't
gonna think
hurt
of
you.
next, because he'll tell us before he does them.
I could take a rope and tie it to him and to you. And that
No,
way he can't
if we
go
need to
too
move,
far.
then no. Let's just go.
Yes.
Okay.
I am Jeff.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It looked like you
I did not. No,
You
I
did.
didn't take it out. I just.
Yeah, on the way there, Gorm is gonna talk to the cat. He's just gonna say, when it happens, don't say I didn't warn you.
Sophos is Sophos, who is sitting around Curiosity's shoulders, like sitting with both his legs on either shoulder. Just kind of gives you a side look, tilts his head, and gives you a low kind of meow, like I'm worried right now. And then he kind of looks at Curiosity and just kind of licks his face a little bit.
Accidents happen.
At that,
Yeah, but Sophos
at
can
that,
regenerate, so it's fine.
at that, you see Sophos. He kind of gives you raises an eyebrow, sticks up his claws, and digs them into Curiosity and pulls up in a menacing way towards you. Curiosity, you don't know what's happening. All you just feel is your cat suddenly dig into your skin and pull. You now have a cat scratch up on your shoulder. It was very slow and painful as you just feel him scraping up your shoulder.
So, Olaf, what exactly have you been up to? Also, wait, was I there for the conversation? Because you guys were acting like I wasn't, but then Zeri said she was rewatching and I was there when you met, and I'm very confused now about what Harmony does.
You were there.
He was there?
Yeah, I rewatched it. He was there.
I thought he wasn't.
It was very confusing. I thought he wasn't
I'm
too,
very
and then I
confused,
rewatched it, and I was like, oh, I guess he was there. Okay.
Yeah, because my notes say that we brought Olaf back to the tavern and then Harmony went to go talk to Embar. So I'm pretty sure Harmony was there when we brought out that meeting.
Those notes meet with what I saw in the video. That's why we record our stuff, guys, so that we know. And otherwise we could just have Kyra be our secretary, which he kind of already is. So, anyway. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, you make your way inside once again to the museum. Once again, your eyes are met with the illustrious and beautiful bookshelves that line each corridor. The ceilings are quite high with crystal chandeliers lining up each of the hallways. Olaf, this is your first time in the museum. You see easily hundreds of thousands of books as just going down in this quiet, seeming surprisingly quiet stone building. You can see that this place is decked out in fine, fancy furniture, rugs. There's a green globe map in the center, and it's this very strange map. You've never seen anything like it. You've seen globed maps before, being a map enthusiast yourself. You've seen, tangible things that you can see the world on. This somehow, the way it is, you can see that it's moving, and it's moving of its own volition. It also doesn't look quite tangible. It looks as though if you touched it, your hands might go through it. Or maybe it's made of glass. You're just not quite. It's very oddly shaped. And there are little blue lights that dot throughout the continents on this map, and they glimmer just so slightly enough that you can see their glimmer through the green from far away. It's a very beautiful, stunning map, unlike anything you've ever seen before, and it's at the center of this hallway that leads up to some beautiful marbled stairs. However, instead of going up those stairs or further down, as you enter, take a very quick left, and you start going down a dimmer lit but still fairly beautiful hallway that leads to several arched doors on either side, and you walk all the way to the end of this hall until you reach the second to last door on the left, and in there you see. Or no, I'm sorry. That's Emperor's. I thought we were going to Emperor's office. We're not. You go to the end of that hallway, and you see a slightly bigger arched door with some stairs leading a little bit down. And you go down those stairs, you see Embar. He opens up a slat in the center door of the doorway, seems to say something to someone, and then the slat closes and the door opens.
I kind of wanted to try to draw a sketch of that map globe thing. Can I do that?
You could you'd have to stop before you turned. You'd have to go down toward. I mean, you could go towards it, or you could ask Empire about it. I mean, you could go down towards it if you want to go and look about it.
How long would it take?
To sketch it, quite a while. It's an entire map of the globe, and it's very detailed. You can't see much from where you're standing, but the closer you get to it, you can see that it's detailed. You could get but you could get close enough to look at it if you wanted.
I can't just scribble out a rough sketch of like the outline and those. You said there's like blue dots on it. I can't just do that in like 30, 60 seconds.
Well, how would you plan on sketching it?
I've got like the quill and inkwell and map paper to draw on.
So you're gonna stop at a table and
I suppose you could. It's going to be difficult because the map is constantly moving at a slow pace, but like it's much faster when you're trying to concentrate on it because one side of it only remains for about 5 seconds as it slowly turns in a couple of directions.
I can't.
You could do it, but not unless you took like maybe 10, 15 minutes to do it.
Okay, I'm not going to take that long. Never mind.
Okay.
You can come back.
Okay.
You can draw it later.
Yeah, you can definitely come back later and look at it. But it's definitely something, Olav, that would pique your interest, that you'll want to remember to either ask about or look at further when you come back. You open up the door, and Embar leads you down into another a less decorated stone room. As you enter the room, it's instead of the beautiful crystal chandeliers that lit the library before, you have these iron torches that are attached to the stone or on pillars on the floor, Enbar leads you down into this room, which is the entrance of this dungeon, or the entrance of the labyrinth.
Entrance of the labyrinth. Oh yeah. Well, welcome. This is the entrance to the labyrinth. So, quick word of warning. We keep a specter down there. He is not a friend of intruders. He'll kill you if, well, you're not wearing one of these. So there's these ID tags that, kind of ward it off and, let it not kill you. So, don't lose it. Don't drop it. Just don't even, like, breathe on it, okay? Because if you drop it, I'm just not gonna come rescue you, because that's just, like, a mess, and, the specter is, a little bit, so this circle here on the floor is one of the wards that actually keeps the specter inside the labyrinth where we want it, so, if, like, the intruder gets in, doesn't have this little ID thing, gets totally dead, and it's super, super simple, so that's our main patrolling force of the labyrinth. We've got other traps in different rooms, but I know how to disable all of them, so as long as we're careful, we take our time, should be pretty much straightforward. So just don't touch anything, just walk where I walk, do the things that I tell you to do, and we'll be okay. I'm good? We're all good, right?
I have a question.
I also have questions.
Sir, what if we suppose just hypothetically that someone loses their ID tag or something goes terribly wrong? What are the weaknesses of this specter, just in case we have to fight it?
In case you have to fight it, so spells will scare it off for a while if you hit it with something powerful. Other than that, there's this room that we'd have to get to that has this. Well, that's not going to happen, but if it does happen, there's this room. So what you got to do is you go down a little bit, up, and it's to the right. There's this little room that it's our anti-magic room, and so it's got this lantern in it that the specter is scared of, because if it's in the smoke, if it comes in contact with the smoke, then that's when magical weapons can actually kill it. So it doesn't like it. So that is like a super duper, like, can kill it, and also will keep it away from us if the ID tags get lost. So that's the backup plan, anyway. So the specter gets, like, if you drop your ID thing, don't do that. But if it happens, you're choking. Sorry, I forgot. I just call it ID tags because I'm mechanical. That's what it is. But that's right. The correct term is tokens of passing, because we gotta have everything sound super fancy. It's an ID tag, okay? It lets people know, like, lets the specter know that you're one of us, or at least you're with one of us, or you've been given permission by one of us to go down there. Yeah. Alright, so does that answer your question about that?
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, what was your name? I don't think we've been introduced. Points to Olaf.
Oh, my name's Olaf. I'm Gorm's brother. What did you say your name was again?
My name is Enbar. I've been an archivist for a long time. I like to tinker with things.
Can you spell your name for me, please?
EMBAR. In the current alphabet, anyway. You said you also had a question, and what was your question?
Out of character, did he give us all one of those little tokens?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So yeah, as he's explaining, he takes the tokens of passing. You know, he's characters change it. He takes the tokens of passing, and he brings them out of a little leather satchel, and they look like little green diamonds. I don't know if anyone's played The Sims, but the plumb bobs above the heads of the Sims, that's what they look like. They're these little green diamonds, but they're flat on one side and they have a little pin. And Embar, he comes up to you, Curiosity, first as he's talking, and he takes the pin and he presses it up against your body, and you're just kind of like looking at it, like you don't see really like a latch or something to poke, but he just presses it, and then after a second he lets go, and it looks like, and you kind of pick at it a little bit, and it seems attached to you. You don't really know how, but it's attached, and you can hear Curiosity if you lean in a little bit as you're playing with it, knowing you can hear a tiny little, like a little buzz, like a little magical buzzing sound, like almost like a twinkling sound coming from it, just barely as you lean in. He does this to each of you. He comes up and he pins it somewhere close to your collar area. He just sort of presses it up against you. He gets to Vinda, however, and realizes that the tokens of passing, he's not really certain how he's gonna. It's almost as big as her, maybe half her size. And you see there's a little bit of confusion on him as he's not really certain how he's gonna do this one. Vinda, kind of, as she's looking at Embar, who's kind of confused. You see, she kind of, for a moment, she's kind of looking confused too, and then she gets an idea and she goes, Embar, could I hold it for a minute?
He hands the giant token to her.
She hugs it. Thanks. And you see, and she darts off into the necklace. And a couple of minutes go by, and you see Vinda come back. And somehow, you see Embar's jaw drop a little as she comes back, and you see the little tiny token of passing, or you see the giant token of passing that was tiny, giant to her, is now tiny and fits on her collar just quite nicely. She's like, oh, I also figured out how to put it on. Nifty! Magic, it's cool.
I forget. The whimsical nature of fairy magic. Well, are we all ready to go? Any other questions before we get going here?
You say that like whimsy isn't fun or cool.
No, he was saying it. He was saying it in a that's his version of positivity. He was enjoying it, but he was enjoying the whimsy.
That's what Vinda said. That was Vinda in character.
Oh. I'm sorry my voice does not convey the enjoyment of whimsy, but I do enjoy it. Anyway, shall we continue?
Don't worry, Vinda. I enjoyed it.
I whisper to Vinda, I don't think he enjoys whimsy.
I don't really get that sense either. You guys move closer towards the door, but as you approach the door, you see a average height, not really tall, but an average height human woman with blonde hair pulled back into a braid, and she has like some kind of spectacles on her face, and you see she's holding some kind of book or chart with a pen, and she's passing by the entrance door, and you see she looks up and Embar, what are you doing here? Oh, with such a large party. I don't remember authorizing so many people, or why you would bring so many people to this entrance.
I don't remember when you became such a bureaucratic busybody, but things happen all the time.
Now, that's no way to talk to your superiors, Embar. We've discussed this. There's protocol and treatment. If you want to call me names outside of work, that's your own business. But while you're in the guild, you must treat me with the utmost respect that is due someone in my station, as you must with all your colleagues.
This is Hilda, right? Everyone, welcome to the least efficient person I've ever met in my life. Hilda Jackson, head librarian. Light only knows how. Anyway, what do we need to... I filled out all the paperwork. Filled out what on earth you need?
Paperwork? Are you sure? You filled it all out? Who filled it out for you?
I did. Harmony was with me. Filled it out like 2 hours ago.
You filled it out on your own? No, that's not protocol. You know better than that. You must at least have one guild member higher than you to oversee the proper procedure. Now, since that didn't happen, I guess I'll have to go through your paperwork myself. Hand it over.
He accidentally lets it slip out of his hands as she's handing it to her. Oh, clumsy me, and the pages go all scattering everywhere. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Embar, now that's no way. That is just simply rude. Pick it up and put it back together. With this jumble of paperwork, how am I supposed to get through it efficiently enough to get you on your way?
He's just looking at her like, nope, not gonna happen. You already filled out the paperwork. It's already ready. We have a lot of things to do. Can we just go?
No, you can't go. You're being obstinate, and I don't think that's any way to treat your superior. And you're refusing for me to look over paperwork, which makes me think you cut corners like you always do. You don't understand. The system is there for a reason, and there's a reason we go through the system.
Okay, while
You're
she's
trying to
talking,
cut corners.
Curiosity reaches down and grabs the paper. And then he's like, "Hello, Mrs. Overseer lady. Yes, here are the papers that you wanted. Yes, I'm sure that you would really like to look through each and every single one of these pages, and you could really help us out. So if you could just, I'm sure there's a dotted line somewhere here that you could just sign that, and then we'll be able to go into the labyrinth, and that'd be really great. And then maybe I could come by and explain to you in person in your office what we are doing here, and I can tell you the whole story. But if you could really just sign these real nicely, look at I put them in this nice pile. Oh, too bad. I wonder if these papers are have numeric orders to them with it, and I can just give them to you, and there you go. Thank you."
Oh, you're a cheerful young lad. You seem like a very cheerful young lad. I would, we're looking for recruits all the time. If you're ever interested in filling out an application and looking at being a part of our grand organization, I would be more than happy to help.
This is not a sales pitch meeting. This is a very important labyrinth, please. Moment. You can recruit the youngling later into your nonsensical bureaucratical nonsense. Can we just move on, please?
Embar is not bureaucratical nonsense. It is perfectly sensible to have records. We are, in fact, a guild of historians. Having records for everything we do is of the highest importance. Now, if you're going to be going into the labyrinth, I must at least know the reason why. Embar.
I'm sure it says on one of these pages here, and Curiosity just starts flipping through the pages. I'm sure there's a line on here where it says why we're going in here.
You know that room that nothing ever is in and everybody always forgets is there? Yeah, I put something in that like a long time ago. And guess what? Nobody ever even asked me about it. So clearly nobody ever went to that room. And so I need to go get it back now. And it's actually
Embar, you put an unauthorized object in a room that we have not cleared for storage?
Right, and I'm rectifying my error now by going to get it and getting it out. So
well, there has to be a record of this. You haven't filled out that paperwork yet. I am highly incensed by this, Embar. You should know better. You know that there are dangerous things there, and if we can't have unidentified objects just roaming about in rooms that we haven't cleared for storage.
Embar looks back at Gormand and Olaf and be like, yeah, if you guys want to go back and draw a full detailed absolute sketch of that globe, feel free, because we're gonna be here forever. and ever. So you
Sketch of the globe. This is highly unusual. You can't. Your friends cannot get our information without.
Gorm just
I don't know.
Gorm just turns around, is already walking back to the room.
I know. Hold there. Hold on. Right. All right.
Makes a rude gesture backwards.
My, this is
And
highly
Rigel starts
irregular.
laughing. And it's like this mechanical, like.
Ember, you and I are going to have words when this is over. You and your friends may go through the labyrinth. I will take
I
this.
thought we were having a lot of words now. I would prefer the silent treatment, actually. That would be better.
What you prefer is not what's going to happen. However, because it seems like really I'm outnumbered in this situation, I will let you through. I will detail this and make sure it is filled out to the utmost accuracy, and then you will be rid of for your unauthorized use of that room and whatever objects you have placed in there. You will also be written up for the inappropriate acts of your friends and your own coarse words that are not reflective of somebody who's speaking to someone in authority over them. You, sir, will have a mountain of paperwork when you
As a human
return.
pipsqueak who's lived less than, like, I've blinked in years, I think it's probably appropriate when a doofus is being a doofus. Anyway, have fun. But again, we're gonna wait for the other two to get back on the map. So I'm sorry, but actually we're gonna have to wait here a little bit longer. So if you wanna just leave and never come back, that would be.
I swear, if you didn't have friends in the higher-ups of the Sithar community, I would have you tossed out of here and exiled.
That's because I'm actually good at my job.
You unfortunately are. You just leave. Go.
Oh, we can't go yet. Olaf and Gorm are making us think of
And she just stomps her feet and walks out of the room.
I do apologize. Goodbye.
Don't apologize to her. She's the worst. Worst thing that happened in this museum in the past since I've been here, which is a long time.
Red tape and bureaucracy can be of a benefit given certain circumstances.
Well, I filled out all the paperwork, and it's still not enough for Hilda. Oh no, she has to micromanage every little expense report and every little thing. Then, oh my god, she can't do any sort of research in here whatsoever. Hey, okay. So, well, any questions when we wait for the sketch crew to come back?
No. No more questions.
I hope you appreciated that I was trying to annoy her for you.
Was that what you were trying to do?
Yes.
I kind of, okay, I see that now. That makes sense. I don't think she thought you were annoying her. So I'm not sure you quite pulled it off.
She must not find it as annoying as you do.
Alright, let's go. Alright, we'll just okay. Where we going now? Where we go now? Where we now? Please save us from bureaucracy.
Lead the way. Although I would urge caution, Olaf and Gorm are actually quite strong, and we could use their help in dealing with any obstacle that might come up.
Well, I think in character we're gonna wait until they get back, but I don't think we need to wait. We don't need to actually.
Oh, did you guys already leave?
Oh yeah, we left right after we said that.
No, she would have left. She would have left quick enough so that you'd come back. She was headed. She was walking in your general direction. She was trying to cut you off from leaving.
Okay.
That was her
Okay,
goal
yeah,
anyway. You could have let her or not, but she was trying to cut you off from going back towards the map.
Okay, then I'm here.
If you need
Okay,
to draw the map, I can distract her for you later.
Let's try asking permission first. But in the meantime, let's go in that door and see what's in there.
That
Yes.
sounds like an excellent idea. Opening the door.
Okay, DJ.
Doing the thing. Yep.
Switch music. Thank you.
Switch music.
That's the
No!
wrong map.
That's the wrong map. Well,
No,
Oops.
on my end, not your. You guys are seeing the right thing.
Okay.
I need the dungeon, which is somewhere.
Nope, there's no dungeon. It was a lie. The dungeon was a lie, everybody.
To the light.
Wake up, Kareth. This is your story moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So, Ember opens the door to the labyrinth, which takes takes a minute or so, as you see there's some intricate locks that he has to like readjust and reassign, and he does it pretty speedily. But you get as you're watching him, even to you, Olaf, who has some idea about this, living with pirates, this looks like a lock that if you don't really know, could take you several minutes to figure out. But Ember does it within a minute, and the door slides open. And as he leads you through, the general sounds of like walking and reading and torchlight, just kind of the ambiance just dies away immediately as you walk down, and instead it's replaced with a echoey silence with sort of an eerie, twinkling, kind of airy magic sound. It's hard to describe really the magic sound, but that is the thing that comes to your head when you hear the noise. Ember seems pretty unfazed as he's walking down these corridors, but for the rest of you, you see there's this mist that permeates the room, and it's just like it almost looks like tiny little fairy lights, blue little fairy lights going around. You see Vinda actually kind of gets excited by them, and she goes over to touch one, but her hand just sort of passes through the light. It's almost like little cotton balls that kind of fly through the air in the spring, like cotton seeds, but instead they twinkle and they kind of glow.
Is that the only source of light down here? Is it dark down here? Do I need to light a torch?
Mm-hmm. No, there's no torches down here. It's just this sort of dim blue light from these little twinkling.
And the lights in the
glowing flashlights.
Mm-hmm.
The what?
Very radiant glowing flashlight. The glowing skin glows, so we're flashlights. We're basically torches.
Right. Because of who you travel
there's
with.
enough light down here to see, right?
Right, because you've got Vinda, you have Harmony, and you have Curiosity. Their light eventually overpowers as they allow it to kind of permeate the rooms. But beyond that, when you can see beyond their light, yeah, you just see these little blue lights.
I was hoping maybe I lantern before I came down here, but maybe I'll get right.
As you walk down a couple of stairs, and you kind of have this zigzaggy pattern that Ember kind of leads you through. Where does Ember take them? What does he say as he passes by rooms?
I wonder how this is going to go wrong.
Hey, I heard that nothing ever goes. Okay, I guess people don't really come down here that often, so something can hypothetically go wrong. But I think that I don't recall ever hearing about anybody who's died down here. That was supposed to be down here anyway. Anyway, so alright, so we're gonna take the most direct route. Unfortunately, it's like the closet on the way far end of this thing that nobody ever used, so I kind of put it in there because I figured no one would ever notice. And then they would stop asking me pesky, annoying, stupid little questions. So, we gotta go through a couple of other rooms to get there. So, if one of you don't like the darkish, or don't like passageways, or rooms full of cool stuff, I can't wait to show this off. I never get to show this off. This is kind of exciting. So, over here to the right, These two doors over here, this is our advanced training room where, I guess people who do fun things actually learn how to do them. What dangerous techniques we practice down here instead of upstairs where we could kill people. This room area never gets used because most of the archivists are lame. Anyway, moving on. So, takes you past this just advanced training rooms that have closed doors. Walking down the hallway, zigs a couple of times, and then it takes you to like this more open room, with, well, it kind of looks like it'd be an open room. It's kind of got another door in the middle of it, so there's like a room inside of the room, but it goes all the way to the ceiling, so you can't really see around it. But it's got like, you walk into it, and then it curls around both sides. And this is the foyer, I guess, if you want to call it a foyer. Anyway, this room in the center here, this is the communications room. Only the super important higher up people are allowed in there. So not me. That's how I communicate with all the other museums at the Charsong Archivists. It's a communications room. Super fancy. They have super secret meetings that I don't be in. But they're the fun. And if we keep walking, well,
As you guys walk and Embar continues to explain, Winter, go ahead and make a perception touching test for me. What?
you're assaulted by roll 20.
I think the macro itself is broke.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
16?
Plus your bonuses?
Yeah.
It's perception touching. Did you roll 16 total?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're walking by, you're admiring the room to some degree. It's a little creepy, and especially given your history, you don't like places underground. They have bad memories. And this room, this proves to be no exception. As you walk down one of the hallways, and you feel you feel a chill that in your brain immediately you can only describe as like the touch of death, like someone just walked over your grave, and it runs down your spine and up your back, and you visibly shiver as you feel it go past you.
Yeah, I kind of run up towards curiosity. I'm like, there's something in here. I'm pretty sure there's something in here.
Curiosity?
Maybe it's the ghost. Or the
Wait.
specter thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's it. I hope.
I can't. Why did you say that you thought there was something in here? What made you say that?
I just felt something. Didn't it feel right?
You're okay? You good?
Yeah, I think so.
Gorm takes a look around.
You can go ahead and roll a perception seeing test. Sarah, where's your mic? It's hard to understand you. Do you have your mic on with your headset?
The mic on my headset doesn't work.
What were you using before? You sounded clearer before.
I'm trying to figure out.
14 plus 3. So 17.
Okay. You
And I have dark
with
vision.
that, right? With your keen senses alerted that something may be wrong, you kind of look around the room. You don't see anything sticks out to you immediately. It's a creepy dungeon. Embar is explaining it in a way like it's the most amazing thing ever. All you see is basically a really chiseled cave. But as you're looking around, you do notice something in the corner. You're getting a sense that this sort of mist with these bluey wisps is normal. But in one of the corner, you swear, at the second corner of your eye for a second, you see something that's different. Like a white haze, almost like a fog, curl up and kind of form almost the shape or size of a person. And then as soon as it's there, it's gone. And it seems to bleed into the walls. And you only see it for a second, and you think maybe you only saw it because Winter said something.
What does that specter look like?
Kind of look like a specter, like like a ghost, like kind of misty, like creepy, like getting like
Hazy and white.
Bone chilling?
Person
Is
shape.
it like bone chilling kind of a feel?
Yeah, that would be a fair description of it. Yes. Maybe I don't have.
Okay, well that's what I felt.
Yeah, I caught that out of the corner of my eye a second ago, so...
Okay. Well, it seems to be gone. So, anybody else see it? No?
Well, I mean, you gave us those pins or whatever, so... Seems like
You're
it's
just
not...
making sure, though, that, I haven't been down here in a while. Just making sure that it's the thing that we're protected against, that we're seeing, It's good. I prefer not to get done down here.
That would be a decent goal to go for. Perhaps a gentle song to soothe our souls, maybe.
Are you sure that won't react with some weird thing down here and cause us problems?
I don't think there's anything that reacts to music. Because it would really just be vibrations of sound, and we're already talking, so if it was going to happen, it would have happened already, I imagine. There's never a no talking rule instituted down here.
It's not exactly a magical ability, it's more of an inspirational ability, shall we say. It's not one I've picked up in studies of Arcana, it's one I've picked up in studies from the college I attended.
Well, I'm blaming you if something goes wrong, magic sack.
Anyway,
Well then.
feel free, if it makes you feel better, to just play a little music. But let's just keep going, shall we? Alright.
I'd like a song.
Alright. Was he giving you requests? Ooh, what kind of songs? What songs Olaf requested?
Do you know Roll the Old Chariot?
Roll the Old Chariot. Do not believe so. At least it doesn't ring off my mind yet. And Arethias will begin playing just a little bit. Oh no, it's not going to be good. Maybe. Okay, so I need to beat 13.
It's one of my favorite sea chanties. I'll teach it to you sometime.
arrows. Oh yeah. Okay, that will be enough. Oh, sway the crowd. How much was that? That was 2 for sway the crowd.
Okay. What are you trying to sway the crowd to do?
Murder someone.
I'm giving inspiration to the party.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I'm
Alright.
double checking. Yeah, I've got a total of 14, which is above my target number, if I remember right. And 7 plus
What
3.
does that do for them?
That gives them inspiration, which allows them to. Let me find it again. Inspiration allows them to roll 1 failed test.
Huh.
So everybody got
Alright.
it, because I swear the crowd, I'm really good. Yeah, 2.
So-
I've got 3. Yeah.
You string your notes together. You sing a small ditty to kind of inspire and calm down the nerves of your party members. Winter, you see, kind of relaxed a little bit, feels a little bit better after that little scared chill. And as soon as you finish your song and everyone's kind of looking around, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit like, yeah, we got this. You hear sounds coming from the corners of the rooms around you. You hear what sounds like screaming.
Gorm pulls out his bow.
Is it a painful scream, or is it a scream that's like, I'm mad now?
It's a scream of, this is a delightful song!
Yes!
Scream of
Thank you. Bravo!
You can't quite tell, but it sounds eerie, breathless, and not human. Whatever it sounds it's making, the hairs on the back of your necks immediately go up as you, and as this ear piercing screeching sound comes from every direction in the room.
Gorm
I would
ties-
like my weapon and shield in my hand as well.
Gorm ties a fire grenade to an arrow at the end.
No, please, no, that won't work on it. If it's that sounds like the Spectre. They won't do any good. Just, you gotta be able to move fast. We gotta get, I don't know.
You said it won't
usually
attack us
do
with the little thingies, right?
Yeah, but it's all.
As you say that, Winter, your little green gem, which is put on your thing, you see. You didn't really realize that it was a light. It just seemed to be like this pure green. You see the green fade into black, and pulse again into green, and then fade back into black.
What does this mean?
How?
Yeah. Let's
What-
get out of here.
What is the expiration date on these particular tokens of passing?
I think Hilda's trying to kill all of us.
Let's go. Just wait, no, shut up. We're going this way, okay? Just follow me, okay? It's right around the corner. We can make it. This is right around the corner. It's closer than the exit is
Let's
now.
make it back.
And no, it's closer than the exit is now. We're going to the anti-magic room.
I'd like to cut Kylar's NPC's head off of his body.
Yeah, Gorm's got the fire arrow, the bomb arrow ready just for when the fight time comes.
He's a filthy liar who's led us to our doom.
Alright, this sounds quite interesting. I do believe preparing for battle would be advisable, as well as going. Ember, please take us to this room.
Yeah, it would be advisable because as you start preparing for that a white wispy shape appears up in front of Winter, and it seems to be all encompassing immediately in front of her face. I need y'all to roll initiative as this horrid skull-faced black-robed creature shows up in the midst of you.
You lied to us.
Well, this could
He's
be
never
quite
going to go
interesting.
underground again.
How do we
Which way?
roll?
How do you roll? For this one, all you have to do is select the die, or all 3 die, and you can push R, and it'll toss them up and roll them.
Do stunt dice on initiative rolls do anything?
Okay, everyone, if you remember... No, they don't. If you remember, we're going to just do our notes this way. Everyone put your name and then your number and the initiative right in the notes section, and then I will see it and I will rearrange it.
Okay, so we roll initiative. We roll that like normal. The 3 die and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Down on the bottom right, John, there is a notepad. You can click Edit Note.
What?
On the right side of, the right side of the screen at the very bottom, there's a little rectangle or a little square that's got a little pad and a pencil on it. You can click on it, and it'll let you edit.
Oh my goodness, we all rolled 10s. We're so bad at this, guys.
I rolled a 5, and I have +5 to initiative rolls.
I don't see what you're talking about.
You see the little lower right-hand corner, the little pencil? It's in the square.
No.
Huh.
Right where your mouse is hovering, there's nothing there. It's a blank nothing.
Well, no, it's the corner of your screen, not the board.
Yeah,
It's the corner of your screen. Yeah.
Okay, I'm as far over as I can get to the corner of the screen. There's
John,
nothing there.
just roll your initiative. I'll put it in for you. Just roll your
I
initiative.
did.
I got it. I got all
already
of
on
it.
it.
He rolled a 10.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I got it. I got it already. We're good.
And can
Oh
someone
yeah,
put
you
in
all did horribly.
Oh, the corner of the window.
What's Winters?
Yeah. Yeah, your
Okay.
computer screen.
Alright, and then I will roll for Binda.
Oh, you're not full screen, are you, John?
Nope.
Yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah, that would. Just a little. This could be quite interesting.
I'm over here looking for some object to interact with.
Someone.
Well, I'm glad I asked
Binda-
beforehand how we can kill
Binda's
this.
initiative in.
Okay.
Man, got like a 3 in dexterity
4 plus 5, 9.
and plus
And then I'll roll
2
for
for
Bramble.
initiative.
Alright, I forgot Bramble was there.
Who is
Right,
where?
that's why I'm the GM.
Does Embar have stats? Oh my goodness, I keep rolling. I rolled an 8 for Embar. I don't have his stats though.
Ouch.
Okay, so for Bramble's initiative, he has
11.
6. Yeah. No. 6 plus. Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. You can do math. Why am I questioning you? Yeah. I can't do math. I know you can do math. Embar rolled an 8.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead and add +2 to that.
So a 10. Everybody's going at 10.
Well, this worked out great because the Spectre gets to go first.
Yeah, Ari and Winter are tied at 15.
Everyone else is tied at 10.
Yeah.
Who's the leader?
Oh, that's spooky.
That's spooky.
The Spectre.
So, Winter, you see a black-robed, blue ethereal creature appear before you with a horned crown and what looks like some kind of scepter or scythe in his hand curled above him. He just sort of rises from the earth above you and looks down, screaming horribly.
Yeah, if I didn't live underground, I also would never go on ever again.
Relax, monstrosity. If you don't like that song, he can probably play a different one.
I
So,
do take requests.
I need all of you.
You just get screechy sound.
I need all of you to roll a willpower courage save.
Willpower
Hey, I'm
courage.
trained in that. Awesome. This is my wheelhouse, guys. I got a +5 to this roll.
If you need to, don't forget everyone is also inspired, so keep that in mind.
I got 14.
You need
17.
you need to beat or meet a 14.
Oh,
Aha! Harmony is safe.
I'm glad I
Embar's
took 4
gonna
in
do.
willpower.
Oh, Embar is good. He rolled a... I mean, unless he doesn't have any bonuses to his willpower whatsoever, he's good.
If this was self-discipline, I'd have a 19.
Embar is immune to this.
Oh. Cool. Oh, yeah, because he's a... Yeah, right.
He's a gear.
He rolled pretty well, too.
I'll be exacting my pound of burlap later, magic bag.
Ari rolled a 14 using inspiration.
What does inspiration mean?
It means you get to
You get to
re-roll.
re-roll a roll.
Yeah.
But that only lasts for one re-roll.
Yeah. It's only one ability test, which includes attacking, but you do have that if you need to.
Yeah, that's what his song did. It gave you inspiration. So you get to choose when you use it.
Well, I used it, and I got a 14. How about that?
That'll work.
How about that?
Yeah, 14's good enough.
Anybody roll for Vinda?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Winter, say something and I'll tell you if your mic sounds better.
Does it sound better?
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Embar, explain this.
It's not your turn yet.
Talking is a free action.
I don't think it is in this system.
It's all happening at once. Okay. Did anyone roll below a 14?
I didn't.
Oh wow! Amazingly, everyone
At
passed.
14.
Wow!
I think.
Wow! Good job, everybody. Okay. That was kind of my opener, but well done. Good job. Okay. So amazingly, a horrible screech leaves out from this creature, and somehow you all find the courage to just kind of look it in the face and be like, well, that super sucks, but I'm still gonna stand my ground.
The
And
gelatinous
so-
cube was worse!
It's our anger at the magic bag. We're not really paying as much attention to the specter. We're just really mad at the bag.
Oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
Zeri's
Where's the
computer.
bag?
What bag?
Why are we angry at a
He's
bag?
calling Embar a magic bag. Because he's a gear, he's calling Embar a magic bag.
Oh yeah, I'm angry at him too.
We should stuff it inside of Curiosity's magic bag. Then yeah.
Oh,
No!
No, the ghost thing.
Okay, so whose turn is it? What's happening? What are we doing?
So, after that, hold on, he's not done yet. You see the specter, a little bit confused. If a ghost could be confused, this face says confused. If that face could ever look confused, it looks a tad
I don't think
confused.
a skeletal face can look confused.
Well, Winter swears it looks confused as it kind of, as it screeches out and nothing happens. And so instead, it kind of shifts its body and it maneuvers, it goes around Winter to stand behind her. And you see it begins sort of pressing its ice cold claw fingers towards her body. That's the end of its turn. So Aerie is next, or Aerie and Winter is next. Who has the higher dexterity?
Higher dexterity. I have a +3 to dex.
Yeah, you have higher.
All right, Aerie's up first.
Okay. Hopefully this works. We'll see. I'm not sure where the okay, so we're going to use that. Okay, I'm going to dash up to Winter, going around the specter.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast, assuming it works, haste on her, assuming it works. Alright, let's hope this works. Ooh. That will cast. That will work. That is a 12, or at minimum. I forgot if I had bonus to, or a proficiency bonus to actually casting the Arcana spell. Focus. Yeah, I get a 2 bonus to it, so that's a total of 14. So yep, Winter, you are now faster. You get a +1 to all attacks. A +1 to your defense. You can move twice your speed, and you have a +1 to all physical attacks, as well as myself. I think that's the way it goes. Yeah, 2 targets get that. Okay.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Winter, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to immediately just fire into the thing. Because first off, it's freezing cold. And second, it's freaky. So, I'm going to use Ray of Flame on it.
Also, is the map supposed to be black?
Well.
She doesn't have a
What
map.
map?
She just has a picture of the specter out.
I don't see that.
Okay.
That hit.
What'd you roll?
2 6s and a 3.
20?
Yeah, that'll hit. Oh wait, you're using magic. You just have to succeed your target number, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to hit with it. Okay, yeah. Either way, it'll work.
Alright, so I create 3 rays of flame, and I'm hurling them all at him.
Okay.
So he has to pass a dexterity test, acrobatics versus my spell power.
That's pretty high.
Okay, so that's 9, 3, 12, 16.
16? Mm-hmm. Alright, he passes. So... Alright, he takes 2d6 plus willpower, fire. Okay, 1d6 plus willpower, fire. And I'm sending 3 of them at him.
Okay.
Alright.
So as you see the white tendrils white fingers coming towards you into your body, and then all of a sudden, in that same instance, you feel faster, stronger. Your brain clicks into place, and everything moves at a much quicker pace. Well, everything else around you seems to slow down, but you seem to speed up. And immediately you know what to do, and you activate your flame rays, and you send 3 of them hurling into this creature as he's directly behind you. You see them impact, and you only see this because everything else is slow, but you see the impact, and the fire just seems to push through him. But it doesn't really seem to damage him, but it does seem to sort of dissipate his form, and you hear that screeching again. To the rest of you, all you see basically is as a whirlwind of fiery explosion, and then this white mist disappears, as does the specter.
So I don't roll damage or anything?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. He's still immune to damage. Because that's what we've been told by Embar.
Curiosity, you're up.
Okay. Can I hold my action to follow Embar when he starts leading the way to the room that we're supposed to be running towards?
Sure. Okay, so that's Curiosity's turn. Bramble is next. Bramble is confused, doesn't really know the situation. He brings his bow out. He looks around. He looks for the specter, and just kind of holds there. So he'll hold his action field. Harmony, Olaf, Gorm, and Embar. You all go at the same time. So who has the higher dexterity score? Embar will go last, so we don't have to worry about him. So
Dexterity
Olaf,
is
Gorm.
just-
Mine's 3.
Harmony, what's yours?
0.
Right. Okay, Gorm and Olaf, you guys may go in whatever order you wish.
Well, I know what I'm going to say. Burlap, take us to the room. Now. And I'm just going to hold all of my actions to move with him at full speed.
Same here. Me too.
Harmony?
Well, he's gonna hold his actions until Umbar starts moving, but he's also gonna be like, Umbar, can that thing go inside of a bag of holding?
It's also Embar's turn.
Yeah. So Umbar's gonna start walking towards, like, kind of like running towards the room. He's like, no, I don't think it should be able to, but I really think we should just get to this room. I really don't know what you're talking about.
Finally, with that, it's Vinda's turn. And Vinda also doesn't really know what's going on. She just is like, Ari, where'd it go? Winter, are you okay?
Portal bomb!
Oh, no.
That's the
Please don't.
solution to panic for the fairy.
No portal clash, please.
Kaboom, everybody falls over.
Erin, I mean, you see her thinking about it. You see her little fingers are starting to twitch, and there's little specks of light forming in the center. And she's just kind of like, where do I put it? What is happening?
I don't know if I can respond or not.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Your turn's already gone, so it's all happening at once.
Okay. Vinda, just follow Emba. We need to get into the room.
Okay. And she follows you. So you all you all start following Embar towards a passage. You run. Which passage is Embar leading them down?
He's going down the left side of the communication room.
Okay.
Like down past the communication room left.
Okay. You make a quick dart, to which Winter, again, everyone seems kind of slow. Like you start to seem to kind of you're in the back of the group. You start to kind of surpass several people. You turn a corner, and as you run, you quickly look back to see if the creature try and finding the creature, and as you look back, you see that white form reforming itself where you had previously blew it up. It starts kind of forming, and it reaches a white fingers towards you. And as it's reaching its white spectral fingers to chase after you all, we're gonna end the night here because Sierra's lame and has to go to work.
Hey.
What?
Yeah, she told me I can't stay up past 10. So we're blaming Sierra tonight for why we're ending it today.
All
I
right.
have to get up at 5. So,
That's okay. That's okay. Just kind of surprised.
Wow, surprise ending
But
right there,
anyways.
folks. Surprise cliffhanger.
Yep. Anyways, thank you guys for coming out and playing with us. And I'm going to show off my cat because I can. Yay! And now you can go kill something else.
No!
What?
That's too short of cat time.
Little Bailey. That's so sweet.
There we go, that's better.
Feel better? No. I'm going to put her down before she claws my hands. Because she's a violent little snot. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys have an enjoyable evening, and we'll see what happens next time on Chronicles of Vechaunus. Thank you for joining us. Those of you who are joining us live on YouTube. I hope you guys have a good night, and God bless. I'm going to go stitch up my shoulder now.